Let's get to the fun story now. Kristi Noem's husband is a big-booby cross-dresser. Have you seen... All right, here's the thing. I'm going to give you some behind-the-scenes info. Now, I know the stories that we're talking about. They briefed me on the stories before we do the show. So some days I will do a quick skim of the script, and I'll just kind of go with it. And I did not read this one. So big-booby cross-dresser is the first time that I've seen that. All right, let's continue on. I'm going to restart that story. Let's get to the fun story. Kristi Noem's husband is a big-booby cross-dresser. Have you seen the pics? Daily Mail posted all the revealing pics of Brian Noem in a series of, I've never heard this word before, bimbofication fetish shots. You see him in various shots of varying sized balloon knockers with the nubs looking like misplaced nipples. Oh my god. Can we just stop right here for a second? All right, so I've been hosting this celeb headline show for, it's, 15 years now. I've never used most of these words on the radio in my 20 years in broadcasting. Ever. Okay. Let's keep going because we're already out of time, but you know what? I want to read the whole thing again. It's so fun. Okay. Are we going to cut this for the live shows on the radio stations? All right. Okay. I'm going to start that story again, folks. Here we go. Let's get to the fun story. Kristi Noem's husband is a big-booby cross-dresser. Have you seen the pics? All right, so Daily Mail posted all the revealing shots of Brian Noem in a series of, I've never heard this word before, bimbofication fetish shots. You can see him in various shots of varying sized balloon knockers with his nubs looking... Oh my god! I can't do this! Oh, I sound like a smoker. We're not even halfway through this story. I'm not gonna... See, if we just run it like this, the stations are already going to be heading into commercials, they're going to be heading into music, and I'm still going to be here. So we're going to cut this for time. Okay. We're gonna re-rack it here. Or what are we... Tell me what I'm doing, Bonnie. Are we just doing a pickup? I have to do it without laughing, she's saying. Okay. I don't know that that's going to be possible. I'll give it a try. Okay, ready? Count me in. All right, let's get to the fun story. Kristi Noem's husband is a big-booby cross-dresser. Have you seen the pics? Daily Mail posted all the revealing shots of Brian Noem in a series of, I've never heard this word before, bimbofication fetish shots. You can see him in various images of varying sized balloon knockers with the nubs looking like misplaced nipples. Can we just... All right, we're going to stop here. I've never... In 15 years hosting this celeb headline show, I don't think that I've ever said most of these words on the radio ever. 20 years in broadcasting, 15 years doing this. All right, let's keep going. Brian is also seen wearing pink shorts and tights. He was on a fetish forum and allegedly giving tens of thousands of dollars to busty models and evidently leading a second life. Kristi reacted to the expose about her husband, saying through a statement, quote, "Devastated. The family was blindsided by this, and they asked for privacy and prayers at this time, end quote. Megyn Kelly reacted on her Sirius XM show, saying, "I'm sorry, but it's just so absurd. He's clearly getting off to the sight of these women who are just mutilating themselves for the pleasure of random strangers online, and then he's returning the favor. He's not even trying to hide his identity as the spouse of the Department of Homeland Security chief." Remember, Kristi is reportedly having her own affair with staffer Corey Lewandowski, so it's all kinds of swapping and swinging for these churchy couples. And then quickly, President Trump reacted, saying, "I feel badly for the family. If that's the case, that's too bad. I haven't seen anything. I don't know anything about it. That's too bad, but I just know nothing about it." Of course, that's always his story. And that is a check of your celebrity headlines for this Wednesday, April 1st. I'm back tomorrow right here on the buffradio.com entertainment wrap-up presented by Buff Boy Brewing Company. Till next time, I'm Jeremy Bradley.